Aquarius, welcome to your bonus Aces read. Yay! A couple months back, I promised all the collectives an in-depth read for Aces for the new year, baby. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. Some of you will recognize the traditional placement of the Aces. There's your power card. But before we get started, just a promo. 20% off site-wide Sassy Scorpion merch listed in the description box. Use code HAPPY20. I know, it's so it's so super creative. I was like, what really speaks to the holidays? Happy 20. So, Happy 20 gets you 20% off site-wide. There you go. Let's take all the fuss out of it, yeah? But there you go. Hopefully you find something that speaks to you. If not, it's cool. But just once more, your purchases do help support the channel and what it is I do here. But thank you all so much for your consideration, regardless. All right, you guys, Aces, let's talk about it. I'm a big fan of Aces. Most people are. Most people, they get excited when they see Aces, right? New. So let's go over the standard expectation for Aces. Yes, I will see new stuff. And then also, we want to know what can be renewed or refreshed, right? We want to keep the stuff too, by the way, that's already working. Or does it need a little fixing? Does it need a little modification? And if not, if it can't be done, well, maybe it's time we set ourselves up for some new. Yeah, so I'll see that too when we are trying to line up in the position of creating new for ourselves by understanding what doesn't work as well. So I'll see a little bit of everything. We're going to start with your master symbol with the Ace of Swords. Any new thoughts, beliefs, practices, right? Or pre-existing ones that you already live by and they're doing just fine. We're going to start right there. Excuse me, what it is we know. What it is that's starting to take shape for us. What we can believe, stand by, act upon, because the sword is also action, yes. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please, for Aquarius. It's funny, now because I'm doing the in-depth for this special, I actually had a break for yours. Oh, we had a little refresher. We had some coffee. We had a little snack. And we're feeling bounced back. What is going on, please, for Aquarius? Let's see the Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords, please, for Aquarius. Fire signs were real interesting, and you're kicking off the air signs today, so let's see what's going on with y'all. For those of you who are not familiar with that drawl, y'all is the abbreviation of you and all. Hey, so you think y'all is an all around the world thing? It just seems that way because of where I live. It's not, though. I just thought I'd take a moment to explain that. Let's see the Ace of Swords, please. What's up? What's going on? The Nine of Cups. The Six of Cups. Oh, and Strength. Okay, what's going on? Justice. The Hanged Man. The Five of Pentacles. This is something that you've already thought about. And it's something you've already decided upon. As we exit the year and enter the new year, you're saying, you know what? I am determined. I am determined. I've had a lot of thought about this, about what is broken between myself and someone else. Who that is to you, I don't know. It doesn't have to be romantic. The Six of Cups in this sense could be anybody whom you are very familiar with. And you have a deep emotional, unique bond with. And you said, it would please me to put some real strength into this. I want to make things balance. I want to make it work. And we've had a long, hard think about this. We don't want to dismiss whatever this connection is yet, cut ourselves off from it. Okay. Like I said, this is based on a lot of thought. So it's active now. It's an active thought now. It's an active Ace of Swords now. And it's one based on beliefs, sound decision making, some emotional connection here as well. So it's a little bit of everything. Your mental convictions, your emotional, spiritual convictions are all in here. And you're saying, I've given this a darn good think. And you know what? I'm going to try to balance out this connection. And I'm going to start now. Why wait for the new year? Let's start now. Okay. This is either yours or it's not. Immediately you said, this is important to me. I need this identified. I've identified it. This is a goal for me before I enter the new year. I want to try to make things work and or balance with something that's important to you because you understand there's some breakage here. You understand that some of you might be healing some family bonds over the holiday season and trying to get things back in working order prior to the new year. This is actually a surprisingly common goal. It's just very rarely discussed with people, as most people think New Year's, new goals, right? No, a lot of people are like, I'm going to get that connection with my brother or with my dad or with a sibling, something like that, my BFF. There's been some tension between us. I want to fix that. I want to get it corrected. Now's the time. Let's do it before the new year. And I see you making good on it. I respect this. I admire this. You see yourself in it. That's the biggest thing, right? Everything begins with the self. I know things like this tend to be more successful when we see ourselves in it first. We understand our place in this connection, what it means to us. We're more likely to have success. I would just say, make sure that it's being reciprocated. That's all. Effort for effort, like for like in that respect. Are you two completely the same? No. You're going to be your two independent individual selves in this connection. But I'm just saying, make sure it's returned for the same sense of desire, wanting to achieve balance, making something work with someone else. I don't know what it is. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. It's anything where you are making a concerted effort to repair your bond with someone else. And that tells me, the way that showed up so very, very sharply on your Ace of Swords, you're acting on it now. Like no time like the present. Forget the new year. Let's start now. Okay? Like now, as if you're reading this. I'm reading this for you. You've already decided on this. Okay, good. You're saying this is the time to do it. I kind of agree with you. And there's something here about you don't want to keep this unsettled over the winter period for some of you. That's very specific. It may not be for all of you. But you don't want to keep unaddressing this or leave it unspoken towards winter. If you feel like sharing, and if you resonate, very specific element that was, feel free to share why. Okay, but that's up to you. Don't have to. Okay, no pressure. It's just interesting the way that hit. Yeah. Suddenly I don't want to leave that hanging for the worst of the winter months. For some of you, that will make sense. Okay? Wow, that's a very active Ace of Swords. There's no waiting on New Year's for that, but I get you. All right, right? When it comes to correcting things like this, there's really no time like the present. Instead of waiting until after the New Year. No. Some things sooner rather than later, right? All right. Just make sure it's reciprocated. All right. That's all I'm saying, because it is 2 here. All right. Let's say that Ace of Wands, please, for Aquarius. Any strong sense of new passions, new light of path, new hope, or pre-existing passions, hope, light of path. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please, for Aquarius. Kind of want to, I'm sorry. I want to make amends with somebody who can be or lean into stubbornness. That's why we're going the extra mile, or we feel we have to go the extra mile. You really think it's worth it. There's somebody here, you go back, way back with them, but you also understand they're stubborn. You've thought about that, you know this. It's like it's still worth it to you to try to make repairs with them, though. Okay, sorry, that's enough. All right, Ace of Wands. Okay, the Empress, King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor. Holy smokes. Whoa. Well, now, I have 2 persons here rather sizable flavor, I suppose. I'm trying to find the words. First of all, of course, we have divinity. The Emperor and the Empress, of course. Their whole gig in this life is to find their equal, not their lesser. Now, it's not like you're wearing a name tag that says, "Hi, my name is Aquarius. I'm looking for my equal Emperor/Empress." No, it's kind of an internal understanding of oneself. The idea of I'm in possession of myself. I like who I am. I like who I've developed into. I understand I have achieved a certain level of empowerment in this life. That means standing behind my own convictions, but learning the hard way of what that means. I came about my humanness the hard way, my lessons the hard way. You share this very, very vibrantly with somebody. There's really not too much far apart. You're both showing me an earthbound sense of this is who I am, practically speaking, and a strong sense of willpower attached and ascribed to the both of you. So here we have the Emperor, Empress. Kings attached to the both of you. The only thing that really differentiates you two is that somebody here is highly, highly associated with a kind of ferocious sense of productivity. They can't be denied. I can't wait. I gotta go. I gotta get stuff done. But highly skilled. Okay. Very strong sense of drive. Like this person's got ants in their pants. Like they hit that ground running. Okay. When the alarm goes off, they see it as a personal challenge to rise to the new day. You know what I'm saying? Like productivity, passionate, I gotta go, Knight of Swords. And then I feel like this is you. It may not be you, but I'm feeling like this one's you. I don't know why. The Emperor, King of Pentacles, Four Swords. You're like samesies, but I kind of take my time. Different modalities, but other than that, your output's absolutely equal. The both of you are phenomenal. Rock stars. Oh my goodness. You both are attributed to getting things done. It's just they have a very external power surge and you have more of an internal drive. Again, once more, I'm defaulting that to you. There's so much power energy here, though, between the two of you. I mean, you're both very comfortable sitting on your respective thrones. You are both comfortable with a sense of power. You are both comfortable with a sense of worth. But you also have productivity attached to you. It's just you kind of do so from a position of comfort. And that sense of a kind of calm, steady. This is me. This is my delivery. These are my power drives. Theirs is so external. It drives outward. But either way, I mean, the two of you make a hell of a team. Do we know? I'm assuming we know this person, Ace of Wands. I mean, no wonder you got a strong feeling for them. Yeah, they're a lot like you. You have a lot like each other. You complement each other very well. Very well. Wow. Kind of a calm, steady hand, strong influence in the other person's like, same. But I've got a lot to do. I understand that top line actually quite a bit. I have a lot of external energetic drives as well. So that's beautiful. Wow, you two complement and balance each other phenomenally. I mean, I would be turned on by that too. I mean, that's their equal. That's your equal. That's your absolute. Who they are to you absolutely turns you on. Completely turns you on. That's their equal. It's your equal. Of course, you're going to be turned on by that. You're like, I love what they do and how they do it. You know? Every time they leave the house, it's a shame to watch you go, but I love to watch you walk away, kind of like that. You know? You know who they are. They know who you are. You two are turned on by each other. It's gorgeous. I'm assuming you two interact. You must do. You must know it. They can't be that new. Are they that new? Or are you still fired up for them today as you were 10 years ago? I don't know. I'm going to dig on that one a little more. I'm assuming this is already a coupling that you two interact with, right? I have every reason to believe that, but just in case, it might be very fresh new. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm actually not getting any time markers off that, which is really frustrating. It's one of the reasons why I do like to clarify the heck out of readings, is that you can get strong timestamps. This one, I already got. It's happening now. That's cool. I'm glad that you're making peace with somebody, especially if you know they're a little bit more on the stubborn side. But we want to make peace with them prior to the new year, or try to at least make the initial attempts. So that's good. But this one I have no time reference for. Let's jump on over the Ace of Cups and perhaps you will show me more. What is up? I like that. You two are balanced so well. Your energy distributions are so fantastic. I would dare say swimming. You two are swimming really well together. Let's see that Ace of Cups, please. Let's see that Ace of Cups. I love that. Let's see the Ace of Cups, please, for Aquarius. Yeah, one more. Let's see the Ace of Cups, please, for Aquarius. The Fool, the Two of Swords. This, you had, that's why it wasn't a solid vision. Okay, that, you're like, I'm thinking about opening up to it. So you know who that is, and you know who you're lit up for. That would also explain partially then your resting element with the Four Swords. You haven't completely consolidated yourself towards this yet, Ace of Cups. The Fool, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. I'm thinking about opening up from the heart. You're overthinking it. Your spirit towards this is wide open. What's the hesitation? Ten of Wands, Temperance, the Knights of Wands. Okay. Okay. You say sometimes your enthusiasm... You're saying perhaps sometimes your enthusiasm gets the better of you, that you tend to get weighed down easily, so it slows down your movement, and then it gives you time to kind of backtrack a little bit. Okay, so we haven't fully opened up towards this, so you know who your equal is. Excuse me, your equal is. You know who your counterbalance is. You know who your divine component is, counterpart. We just haven't quite gotten to the mechanics of opening up from the heart yet. I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm not. The Fool, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. We haven't fully committed from the spirit, emotion, the mind. We have not fully committed from a mind space, opening up to what our spirit naturally feels, is what I should say. And it's there. It's very strong. We want to open up towards this as an option in love. We want to present ourselves and be so bold. But sometimes we talk ourselves out of it, because you know who you burn for. Okay, you know who you burn for. They're just like you, except one of you is very, very internal. The other one's very, very external. That's it. Okay. But from the heart space, okay, I haven't completely made up my mind. I know it's actually your mind that's getting in the way. Your spirit already has decided the Fool is going to be so much stronger than that Two of Swords, unless the mind really has achieved its kind of suspicious goal of talking us out of things, particularly in opening up to vulnerability and being emotionally exposed and considering the option. So it's there. Your heart space wants to trigger this. It wants to move towards this. But there's something here about tempering our energy, being calm, being patient, because perhaps we're too excited or perhaps we're feeling too weighed down. There's a sense of pressure. There's a sense of pressure and heaviness and time. And is it time? And is the time ready? Probably. Am I being calm enough? Or am I being impatient, Christina? I don't know. I think, like I said, excuse me, your spirit and your heart are more ready than your mind's willing to acknowledge. So this whole thing about, I'm excited, let's do it now. Wait, patience, pull it back. This is weighing heavily on me. And that's where your mind is being allowed to take over the dialogue. So again, I'm not picking on you. It's just, I honestly am looking at this and I couldn't understand the timing reference. Because by all rights, it looks like you two should be talking and interacting as equals, loving on each other hard as equals, showing passion towards each other very hard as equals. But that would explain your resting element. We haven't completely committed to opening up towards this cup. The Fool suggests any time. I hate it when people hate it when I say that, but he's literally the zero reference point. So while I typically associate the Fool with Aries, new season, new beginning. Make sense? So April. Really, the Fool kicks off when he kicks off. When we honor the spirit of the call to new beginnings. For you, it's love and passion. Oh, honey, those aces are so close. You can taste them. You can feel them. But your mind's like, I don't know. Am I being patient or too impatient? Or maybe I should go back to the drawing board on that and heal a little bit more over this. I know it's hard when you know you want something really bad and you don't know if you're fully ready yet, and it's a little scary. There's nervous energy in there too. And that's fine. That's normal. I just don't want you to lose sight of who you are, because who you are is powerful. It's bold. Okay. It's steady. It's responsible. Okay. It understands itself. You also understand you're looking at your equal. Okay. And that's going to be enough to kind of make some folks nervous, and question themselves. And am I ready? And only you can ultimately answer that question. And you'll know when you're ready to answer the question is because by then you'll be answering it. Okay? Don't you love that vague bullshit? It just pisses everybody off. Well, that's because it's true. I have to go back to the original point. The Fool has no real set point on time. When you're ready to open up, you will. And they're busy. I'm not saying that they're not, but so are you. I know you're excited. Then you tell yourself to calm down. And it's in that same space of telling yourself to calm down that you start to question yourself and I don't know. I don't know if I should open up. Yeah, you do. You know. You know. Your spirit knows, your heart knows. Okay. I'll leave that open to suggestion. Maybe we'll see some advice for you there to kind of like tip you in one way or the other. Honestly, it's your decision. Okay? Tarot doesn't dictate anything. You do. Tarot's the perfect choice, not the absence of it. You get to choose when you're ready. Man, that equal of yours got you all lit up. I do like your Ace of Swords, though. That's very sweet. Now, whether or not we're making amends to this person, I don't know. Because this looks like it's taking effect now. We're mending a bridge with someone. And it didn't... I'm going to give you my honest assessment. It didn't feel romantic. We're making amends with someone now, before the new year. And I kind of agree with that. That makes sense to me. It does. This, though, hasn't happened yet. Which is like, so when can we look forward to... Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Look at that, right on the split, too. Oh, boy. Spirit's just pointed right back at you. Right back at you. That's your equal right there. That's your equal. You're like, I know. I know. Stop putting pressure on me. Ace of Pentacles. I understand. I understand. What's going on? Oh, really opening our heart towards this, you know? Let's make it happen, Captain. All right. That's my assessment, though. That's my professional opinion. Make it happen. But your heart has to be ready. Your spirit has to... Your spirit is, though. That's what kills me. It's your mind that's talking you out of it real quick. All right, let's see the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see the Ace of Pentacles. Anything in the 3D, please? New opportunities, investments. The High Priestess, the Knights of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Intuitively, you feel your pathway, your material pathway is all good. I'm not saying that from your perspective you believe it's perfect, but you also, you also think it's on a steady course. And it doesn't need to have the boat rocked at this time. You've been carefully planning, carefully cultivating, carefully saving, and that it's kind of at a steady growth. And with the Knight of Pentacles there, that suggests a plan as opposed to randomness. Seven of Pentacles, steady, but not to the point of stagnation. You're saying you kind of like where you are. It's not super busy right now. And then you're not actually looking to amp things up in terms of your work, your everyday work activities, which is fine. That's cool too. I completely respect that. Know where you are. Know what your comfort zone is. Right? Like your Knights of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles versus mine might look very different. But the point is that your comfortable pace. You're like, it's good where it is. And intuitively feel this too. Some of you have been planning to kind of gear down, okay? In terms of your pathway goals, perhaps not work as much. Try to get yourselves ready for partial retirement. It could mean any of those things. And then frankly, some of you, you're good. Even if you're doing 40 hours a week, it's comfortable. Okay. What's going on? Anything else, please? Let's see the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see anything else, please. Anything like unexpected or stuff like that. You know? What's going on? There's Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Strength. There it is again. Okay. Like I said, this is active now. Very good. Very good. This one's active. Your Ace of Swords and your Ace of Pentacles are completely related. There's that Six of Cups. I told you, Eight of Wands, and Strength. There it is again. That's active communication. All right. And this is something, once more, so not only did you see it as a solid thought and action, you also saw it as a worthy investment. They keep pointing this out. So again, it's either yours or it's not. They're saying the person whom you wish to mend a broken bridge with, okay, this is someone whom you go way back with. We're talking possibly childhood, you know? Best friend, cousin, sibling, something. They represent a sense of strength of will for the both of you, but stubbornness on one person's part. You see it once more as a good investment to reaffirm that connection and make sure that it gets balanced out. Okay? I'm not saying it will be sunshine and rainbows and puppies after that. What I'm saying is that your goodwill in towards it is best intentions. So I see you communicating with it clearly now. This is an important point for the Aquarius I'm looking at. You want to rebuild that bridge prior to the new year. It's an imperative point for some of you. It's like, I got to say this piece. I got to offer the white dove, the olive branch, raise the flag, whatever it is. You're saying that's what you got to do. I just want to make sure that it's reciprocated. And if it's not, okay, then you did a great job trying to balance this out. Because you really thought about it. You gave this a darn good think. And you said it's worth it to you to try to recover something from it, to try to make it work and workable, but just make sure it's returned to you, okay? If you're putting out that level of honest communication and you honestly think this connection is a worthy investment of you, no matter how stubborn the issue may it be returned to you with a certain level of thoughtfulness. And if it's not, okay, that's all right too. But I can honestly say you tried. You can honestly say you tried, not me, you. And that's very honest of you. This middle segment, your Ace of Wands and your Ace of Cups are completely related. You're so close, honey. You're so close. You're so close. I want you to. That's your equal. That's your divine equal. This looks like it's closer to a homeship value, friendship value, that kind of thing. But in your practical 3D, steady on. Nothing's rocking the boat there. That's good news. But I agree with you. Some connections like this, no matter how fraught they can get and stretched out over time, little broken. We have disagreement. We have fallings out with family members and friends. And honestly, there's no time like the present. I get you on that. But you really want to get that process started prior to the new year. That's all I know. Your middle segment, you have an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Wands waiting to happen. There's so much like you. There's so much like you. But you know that though, and I think that's one of the reasons that sets off your nervousness and that giddiness. And maybe I'm rushing things. What if I rush things? What if I rush things? I don't think so. When two people understand that they've met their equal, they're interacting with their equal, they tend to modify their pace. Okay, people tend to shift gears, slow down. The other person tends to shift up a little bit, speed up, and you find your pace together. Okay. Everything else is just fears of the mind and, oh no, this is scary. Don't open up Aquarius. I think that'll win out. Something's got to win out. I want to get more advice on that. But good luck to you and this person whom you are mending bridges with or trying to. Okay. Your 3D looks solid. What's some advice, please, we can give Aquarius to figure out that cup and that ace? Oh, this person's very career driven, but I think you know that. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the Two of Cups. Oh, I didn't do it. They just point out the obvious, and then I have to give it back to you. They're saying you know everything you need to know. Oh. Specifically, you already know what you're getting from this. Apparently, it's love and sunshine. But here's where, they're really rubbing it in, though. They said Wheel of Fortune. Plenty of time has passed. You should know what you're dealing with by now. I didn't do it. The Wheel of Fortune. This Sun, the Two of Cups. They said, you know who this person is. You know you two are like a T. Okay? We've had plenty of time to pass. We know this is our happiness. We know this is kind of like our potential. We feel the love. We feel the happiness. We feel it. Just shut up and feel it. Kind of like you've had plenty of time, bro, sis. So like I said, the Fool is ready to take on his new beginning when he or she chooses to obey the spirit instead of shutting it down with the mind. So, just a little reminder from the universe. That's all they were saying. Ooh. Okay. The Star, that's you. Oh, gosh. Aquarius got called out hard today. Aquarius got called out hard today, but it's in the best ways. I understand. It's your equal, right? It makes you nervous. I saw the Seven of Cups face down, which is what you were struggling to open up with. You really don't need to consider this as an option or how to open up towards it or what best emotion to lean into. You already know, okay? So we can take the kind of confusion, that sense of being emotionally overwhelmed sometimes, we can shut that down. It either meets your criteria in this life for your star, your highest wish, hope, okay, desire, or it doesn't. I think you know in some way, rather you feel, more importantly, as opposed to know, but you feel this is your equal, and that's intimidating. Okay? It can be scary. It can be real scary, especially if you're that person who's been waiting for the call all your life. You know? Whew. How long is that call good for, though? Maybe, I don't want to be that person, but how long is that good? The Emperor. Oh, that is the direct number reference to April as well as Aries season, number 4. Oh. Some of y'all might feel your highest sense of motivation mid-spring. You could say early. I guess it depends on where you are in the world, right? Spring come real early in Texas. First it's like February and it's cold, and then March, and then flowers. That's it. There's very little downtime. The transitions tend to be very blunt the further south you go and the further north you go. But yeah, so you guys, I'm just saying, Aries season, spring, we'll call it, March, April-ish. That might be your bracket. That might be your season. Oh. So that means you're kind of wrestling with these things in your heart, maybe now. And it starts to pick up more depth January, February. Aquarius. I'm not laughing at you. It's just, and I have to again point out that one of the benefits of all these clarifiers is that you start to see patterns and time references and things like that. And it's fairly consistent. Your opening was consistent. That's now, this one's a little further out. But again, the fool's ready is when the fool is ready is when the fool ready. So while I can tell you I'm seeing a repeat pattern for March, April, let's call it Aries season, you could trigger that sooner. I wouldn't recommend too much later though. Okay? I'm just saying, it's either you're equal or it ain't. It's either everything you'd ever hoped for yourself, or it's not. They said you've had plenty of time to feel it. Dang, Aquarius got called out in class today. Seriously. All right, what's up? Okay. I like how your pathway, for those of you who wanted to see more of the money stuff, I understand that just for this Aquarius I'm looking at, it didn't seem to be a priority. But hey, sometimes no news is good news. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes no news is good news. Self-love, creation, intention. Set your intentions accordingly. Yeah, that's a little bit in there with the star and everything else. Let's get something more intensive, please. Yes, self-love, creation. Change, the courage to change. Beautiful. The courage to change. One of my favorites. The courage to change. The courage to pack our bags. With or without that train, we're changing tracks. Or we're at least moving forward on one. With or without the dang train. You know what I'm saying? Because she's still walking regardless of a train. Good for you. The offer of Venus. I know. That was a big theme here today. The offer of love. The one, the ideal one. The offer of Venus. As I saw here with the Empress. Is that person though? Don't get me wrong. I want you to have the courage to change. Everybody should. But why do I... Is that person like a little badass? I'm telling you, their energy goes out like that. Goodness me. Strong-willed, that one. And you love them for it. It turns you on. It drives you crazy. Yours is just more of a quiet, calm, steady, strong-willed, patient kind, I know it's your soulmate. No shit. It's so nice to see something like this for you. Yay, yay, Aquarius, yay. Oh, that's so nice. Something here about codependency. Was that the issue over here? That point of break that you had with someone standing in your life? Again, once more, I'm leaning towards family member, friend. There is an issue here of false dependency, codependency. Hopefully money wasn't involved. But we want to make amends over that now. I'm not saying you were codependent on them or the other way around. I'm saying there's false notions here, possibly, of pride and things getting out of hand because of pride and having to feed incorrect notions, blah, blah, blah. The point is, something over here goes way back, and you are choosing, corrective communication and a willingness to try. Okay? Despite those issues. So good on you. Okay? I respect you for that. That's a good job. And I kind of get you. You know, that feeling is like, let's take care of this before the new year. Let's not let this roll over. Right? I got you. That makes perfect sense to me. We have the letter Q, U, B. We have the Tree of Life, the Ten of Pentacles, respectively, one's foundation, what we're connected to, and why. This represents a point of break in one of your roots. You want to get that fixed. It's running into family, friends issues. Possibly some breakage over financial matters, I don't know. But we want to heal that particular root, okay? Maybe we can't, but we don't know until we try. I understand. We have the medallion of the child. Someone here, you might have a child. Someone here might have a child. This empress might have a child. I don't know. I'm not saying it is false dependency. Could be. Someone here seems to be too prideful for that. But no, there's a child in some way. Okay? And then we have the symbol of Pisces, the seahorse. Okay? Keeping our emotions very close to our chest. It's not because we have the absence of emotions, but because we have a great deal of them. And it's scary sometimes letting all those feelings out. It's not because you don't have feeling, it's because you have a great deal of them and a sense of weird pressure to keep it to yourself. Yeah. I know. Okay. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. I think we covered enough here that you have quite a bit to work with. But it's when I want to say take it resonates, leave it does not. Unfortunately, some of this won't be felt or really understood until later. That's one of the benefits of looking at new, but that also means you kind of have to suspend this idea of that it may not apply to me right now, or it might apply to me right now. You have to be willing to suspend that. Okay. Otherwise, there's no point looking at the future if you can't see how it may be, or maybe it doesn't. A willingness to look. Okay. Anyway, that's enough. Aquarius, honey, back to the point. I hope it helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.